just click on the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to know when I'm online. Happy watching! Hey guys, hello beautiful people. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I am Fatma, I'm Shariff, and welcome back to Pakistan. So today is day 14th of Ramadan. Today I'm going to make Turkish Pide, which is also called as Fatayer. I think I hope I pronounced it right. So आज के वीडियो में जल्दी जल्दी बस यही करना है मुझे. And if you're interested to know the recipe and how to make it, then please keep watching this video and make sure you give it a big fat thumbs up. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you will know whenever I am online. Alright then, let's get started. मैं Turkish Pide bread बनाने वाली हूँ. For that we need some warm milk, instant yeast and some lukewarm water and 1 teaspoon of sugar. So in this bowl I am taking some lukewarm milk. I'm just pouring some milk, and that in that I'm going to put 2 teaspoon of instant yeast. So just putting just 2 teaspoon of yeast and 1 teaspoon of sugar, and then we have to mix it really very well and keep it aside so that the bubbles will form. Now I'm going to make dough. So we are going to use the plastic blade instead of the chopping blade, and 2 teaspoon of plain flour. You can use wheat flour as well. So this dough is for pitha bread, for Daal Gosht Pitha. This is not for Turkish Pide bread. So this dough is for Daal Gosht Pitha bread. So I'm taking 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt and mixing it really very well. So before adding water we have to mix this flour with the salt, and now I'm going to add water slowly while the processor is on. So this is how the dough would be formed. If you want, you can add more flour or water by checking every now and then, and it should be like how we make roti. That consistency it should be. So you can knead it with your own hands as well, but I was in a hurry, so I thought of using the food processor. Take the dough out and knead it for some time with your hands and cover it and keep it aside. And now we are going to make Turkish Pide bread. So for that we are taking 4 cups of plain flour. You can take wheat flour as well, or you can take 2 cups of plain flour and 2 cups of wheat flour, and then 1 teaspoon of salt, and then again we have to close the lid and mix the flour with the salt. Once you think it is mixed, add lukewarm water. We should not add room temperature water or cold water. So I'm slowly adding lukewarm water, and then the milk, yeast and sugar mixture. So once the bubble is formed, you can add this mixture into the food processor. And whenever you think that you need some more water, please do add lukewarm water. You should not add cold water or room temperature water, because the yeast will be fermented in the hot temperature and not in the cold. So this is the consistency of the dough that we want for Turkish Pide bread. So I'm just sprinkling some plain flour on the board and taking the dough out and kneading it with my hands, mixing everything well with my hands so quickly, and then keeping it aside in a separate bowl, adding some more water, that is lukewarm water, and drizzling some olive oil. Now we have to cover it with a damp cloth or plastic cover and keep it aside for 1 hour at least, so the dough size will be doubled. So I'm just closing the lid and keeping it aside for some time. Now I'm going to make za'atar mix. I have the za'atar mix, so that's why I'm making it. If you do not have, you no need to do this. So 2 teaspoons of za'atar mix and 2 to 3 teaspoons of olive oil. Mix it together and keep it aside. This is for Turkish pide bread. And now I am chopping some meat, which is lamb meat, and I'm using the chopping blade. This is also for Turkish pide bread. So keep putting everything inside the chopper and grinding it really very well. If you have minced meat, you can use it directly. I didn't have that, so I'm chopping the meat and making it into minced meat, adding some 1 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of red chili powder and half teaspoon of pepper powder, and then half chopped onion, half green peppers, 1 green chili, some coriander leaves, and mixing it and chopping everything together very well. I'm not adding tomatoes now because it will make it into a paste kind of consistency, so I'm going to add tomatoes in the end. So I'm adding tomatoes, 2 teaspoons of za'atar mix because I have that at home, that's why I'm adding. If you don't have, you can skip this step. And then some olive oil. And then grind it into like really fine mixture. Now coming back to dal pitha, I'm taking 1 cup of tur dal, 3/4 cup of masoor dal and half cup of moong dal, and wash it really very well and keep it aside. Now heat the cooker, add some oil and add some garam masala, 1 black cardamom, 1 green cardamom, 4 to 5 black peppercorns, half inch cinnamon stick, 4 to 5 cloves, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1/4 teaspoon of hing powder, 2 dried red chilies, handful of chopped onions. Saute it really very well and then add the meat. You don't have to add a lot of meat, just some handful of meat would be enough, and then saute it really very well, and then add 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, half teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of salt. Saute it really very well like this. Add the soaked dal and 1 teaspoon of ghee. So mix everything very well and only then add water. Water to the level so that the meat and the dal would boil, and keep it for 4 whistles. Now we are going to make the pitha bread for the dal gosht pitha. So I'm taking the plain dough, that is no yeast dough, and making it into a roti and using the cutter to give it a shape. And to make a flour, we have to take this dough, keeping our hands in the middle and just pressing it like this. And this is how the flour or the pitha or the pithi or dal ki dulhan is made. So you can make the pitha as much as you want according to the dal and according to the meat you have. So I'm making 8 to 10 pitha. Pitha means this flour I'm talking about. Just repeating the steps. After 4 whistles, we should open the cooker, check if the lentils, dal and the meat has been boiled, and then I'm going to add some more water because I think the consistency is very thick, so I want thin consistency, because once you put the pitha bread into this dal, it will absorb the dal and will become or bigger in size. So I'm just putting it carefully one by one so the shape will be remain. Stir it very carefully. And now I'm chopping some coriander leaves, some green chilies, and now I'm going to keep it in a very slim flame. Until then I'm going to make the Turkish pide bread. I'm not keeping it in a whistle. So now taking the dough for the Turkish pide bread out, as I didn't have much time, I just kept it for half an hour. Otherwise it would have doubled the size if I would have kept it for 1 hour. So I'm taking the dough and I have to make it in a oval shape. It should not be round, it should be oval. So I'm stretching it from both the ends like this. It should not be too thick or it should not be too thin. Now I'm making 2 types of stuffing. One direct mozzarella cheese I'm adding in the middle, and then I'm going to add the meat mixture. You can either cook the mixture or you can either put it in the oven. It will cook the bread and the mixture, and folding it just like this. Taking the baking sheet out, brushing it with some olive oil and keeping the stuffed pide bread on it, or fatayer you can say. So I'm just repeating the steps, and this time I'm going to add that zaatar mix filling. You can use your own filling in this. You can use, if you are vegetarian, you can use only vegetables, and if you want to add egg, you can just add egg on it. Whatever kind of filling you want, you can just use it or customize it according to your choice. So zaatar mix, mozzarella cheese and the meat mixture, and folding it in a boat shape. So that is what fatayer or Turkish pide bread is like. So I'm repeating the procedure and keeping it on the baking sheet like this, one by one. So this is how it looks like. We have to keep it for 10 minutes for 220 degrees Celsius fan, and after taking it out, just brush the sides with the butter. And this is how it looks like, and it was so yum. Do try it and let me know in the comment section below. Now I'm checking the dal. I have kept it in the sim until I made the Turkish pide bread. I'm checking it. Everything is cooked really very well. The pitha has absorbed the dal and it became so soft and succulent. So I'm taking the pitha, the meat out, and then I'm pouring the dal or lentil soup on the sides. And this is how it looks like, and trust me, this was also turned out to be really very good. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I am Fatma, I'm Shariff. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do mention that in the comment section below, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you will know whenever I am online and for the notification. Alright, so until my next video, this is Fatma signing off. Take care. Bye bye. Salam.